Hi guys, it's Anissa. Welcome back to my channel. As you can see, I do not have my usual backdrop behind me, and when we are right here in this corner of my room, you should know from now on that it means we are doing another Empties. I actually have one more of these on my channel. I just started this series probably a couple months ago, and let's just say I have a lot more stuff than I did last time. I'm trying to do this series in 2 to 3 month increments because I thought it would be more even, but it's not. We are going to go through this whole box. I'm going to tell you guys what things I would repurchase, what things I wouldn't repurchase, what things I loved and what things I didn't love. So if you're interested to see what I used up in the past 3 months, then keep on watching. Before we go any further, please make sure to give this video a big thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel. I post every 4 days. I was going to try to break this up into categories, but I honestly have so much stuff that I'm kind of just going to grab from the top and go from there. First thing I have is this Nivea Value Size Body Lotion, essentially enriched 48-hour nourishing moisture, and this is for dry to very dry skin. This bottle is huge. It has lasted me, I've used the same bottle for 2 years almost, I want to say. It's been a really long time. Thoughts on this? It is one of those that kind of leaves a little bit of residue behind, and I slowly started to find out in the winter time this was not keeping my skin moisturized at all. I would shower in the morning and go to school and wear ripped jeans, and you could literally see how ashy my legs were. It looked like I did not apply lotion to my legs in 4 or 5 years. It was all right during the summertime. I was never really ashy, I guess you could say. Say I'm showering in the morning and I'm getting ready to go somewhere, dress up or do something, I would not use this because it would make me feel really sticky. It gave a really pretty glow to the skin, but I don't know, I just was not the biggest fan of this. I really loved it at first because I heard a lot of people rave about it, so I went ahead and bought the value size. This was a 2-year commitment that I will probably not be returning to. There's just so many other good lotions at the drugstore, and this is the most moisturizing one that they have. Those drops, this is the most moisturizing one. Probably won't repurchase again. You would like this if you are somebody that does not have super dry skin. And I wouldn't even say that I had dry skin. I just, in the winter time, this was the very first winter that I really saw a drastic change in the skin on my face and my body. I've never really had seasonal dryness or anything like that until this year. So if you're somebody that really doesn't experience that, then maybe you'll like this. And I felt like it never really sunk into my skin. I will not be repurchasing this. I'm going to talk about these next two together because I love them, but I will not be repurchasing them, and I will tell you why. So this first one on the left that I have in my hand is the Neutrogena Deep Clean Invigorating Foaming Scrub, and then the one in my right hand is the Clean and Clear Deep Action Exfoliating Scrub. I put this in my skincare routine. I put this one maybe in my skincare routine. I love both of these. I have used probably 3 or 4 of this one, and this is the second one of this that I have used. I absolutely love them. I love the fact that they have a really nice cooling feeling on the skin. They make my skin feel really clean, especially after I wear makeup. I will not be using these or repurchasing these because they unfortunately both contain microbeads. If you do not know what microbeads are, I will put a little information slide up on the screen, but basically they're just really not good for the environment. They're really not good for your face. They're little beads of plastic that contain little cuts in the skin, and it's so funny because this one right here says does not contain plastic microbeads, but I'm literally looking at them in the product, which I think is so funny. I just purchased another one from Neutrogena that does not contain microbeads, so hopefully I like that one and can get the same effect and cleanliness without the microbeads. If these brands reformulate them to not have microbeads in them, I will absolutely 100% purchase them. Next, I have 2 empty makeup wipes in here. So this first one is the Clean and Clear Night Relaxing All-in-One Cleansing Wipes, and then these ones over here are the EVO Skin and Aurora Refreshing Cleansing Hemp Wipes. These makeup wipes are probably my absolute favorite makeup wipes. They have a really nice scent to them. I'm not really someone that's ever been really big on scents, but I do love a good relaxing scent when it comes to taking off my makeup. They help me unwind at the end of the night. I will definitely be repurchasing these. If you guys have any other makeup wipes, then definitely let me know and I will try them out. These ones I got in a boxy charm. I liked them, but I will say that the pads and the cloths were pretty stiff, and that's what I like about those Clean and Clear ones, is that the cloth is very movable and it's not something that you feel like is tugging on your skin, versus this one I kind of felt that way. I did like the scent. I mean, they got the job done, but I will say I probably won't be repurchasing these just because I'm pretty sure these are quite expensive and you only get 15 in here. I'm gonna go ahead and talk about this one. I talked about it in my last Empties. This is probably the last Empties that I will put this in because just how they're spaced out, I go through about one of these every 2 to 3 months. I love these. I will always love these. They are the cheapest and best, in my opinion, anti-blemish pads, exfoliating pads, whatever you want to call them, whatever you use them for. And now they make them with eucalyptus extract. These contain the most salicylic acid that they can put in a drugstore over-the-counter product, which is 2%. Like I said in my last video, my mom used these when she was younger. They're literally $3 at Walmart. Some products, if I know that I love them and I've used them a couple times and mentioned them, I'm not going to be putting them in here anymore. And I don't want to sound like a broken record, but yes, I will definitely, and I already have repurchased these. I have 2 conditioners in here. This one is the Carol's Daughter Black Vanilla Hydrating Conditioner, and then this one has hair on it. That's embarrassing. This is the Function of Beauty conditioner that I had. Actually, I already made a whole video about this conditioner and shampoo. I haven't used up the shampoo. I've actually been using it to wash my makeup brushes, but I'm somebody that always, and I think most people, run out of conditioner before they run out of shampoo. I've already made a whole video about this one. I'll link it right up here. Not really the biggest fan. I mean, it was all right. I think it's very overpriced. I have stuff that's cheaper that works way better. I also talked about this in that Function of Beauty video. What I did with all of the conditioners that were not clean and kind of didn't have really the best products in them, I just used them as a detangler before I get in the shower because I had so many conditioners. I felt like it would be wasteful to just throw all of them away. It doesn't really have the best slip. I had to use a lot of it to get the tangles out of my hair, and this stuff is not the cheapest and you don't really get a lot. I usually use the either Herbal Essence or the Aussie. I do make an exception for those just because I'm literally just using it to detangle my hair. It's not like I'm letting it sit in there for hours or even minutes. I love that stuff. Those are the only 2 that I have found. Get a good size for a good amount, and they have a lot of slip. When I wasn't using the Nivea lotion, this is what I was using. This is the Body Shop Nourishing Body Butter. I definitely like this a lot more than the Nivea. Probably only had this for about a year. I really liked using this in the winter time because it's really thick, but it doesn't give you a sticky film feeling. I will definitely repurchase this if I feel like I need another body butter. And I like this scent because the other scents, they come with a whole bunch. I would either do the coconut one or this one just because they're the most neutral. Next, I have 2 body washes. Yes, I shower. This first one I have is the Dove Relaxing Lavender Oil. This one I definitely like better than this one just because, like I said, I usually shower at night and this really just helps to unwind as that lavender scent. I really just try to go for things that smell as clean and fresh as possible. As far as formula, they're basically the same. Dove is really the only body wash I've ever used. I'm using another body wash right now. How can you go wrong with Dove? It never leaves my skin feeling over dry. I don't feel super snake-like or like my skin has been dried out. They get you clean, but they still keep your skin moisturized. I'm just going to talk about these 2 things because they're from the same line, but one's for face and one's for hair. This first one is the Shea Moisture African Black Soap Bamboo Charcoal Pre-Shampoo Scalp Scrub. I raved about this in my curly hair routine. I bought 2 more of these already. It has a little bit of tea tree oil and a little bit of menthol in it, so it feels super, super good on the scalp. You feel like you don't have any hair. I really feel like I have been getting a better wash and go when using this stuff because it really breaks down the product on your scalp before you go in with shampoo. It makes your shampoo not work as hard. Like I said in my last video, if you guys have any scalp scrubs or DIY little sugar scrubs that you use on your scalp, let me know and I will definitely give them a try. This next one, can't say that I loved it as much, but this is the Shea Moisture African Black Soap Bamboo Charcoal Detoxifying Foaming Facial Wash. They have a bar soap version. I absolutely love it. I don't really use it as much anymore just because the thing that I did not like about it is that if you're using any face wash that really works, what it's going to do, it's going to not necessarily break you out at first, but it's going to pull all the impurities out of your skin and you're going to look a little rough for a little bit, which is what that bar soap did. And after it took all the impurities out of my skin, it kept my face so clear. And it also had shea butter in it because African black soap is pretty drying. The shea butter kind of evened it out. I think I have just come to the conclusion that I do not like foaming face washes. I never felt like my skin was clean. I have a couple more that I just need to use up from different brands and I'll actually be able to conclude if I just don't like foaming face washes in general. But I never felt like it really cleared my skin. It kind of just kept it the same. I will not be repurchasing this, but I'm thinking about using the bar soap again. I have another hair product in here. This is the Macadamia Natural Oil Deep Repair Mask. I used to love this stuff. I actually bought a huge, I want to say it was 64 ounces. It was a huge bottle of this stuff off Amazon when I first started doing my hair because everyone and their mother raved about this stuff. And then, like I said, I will mention this anytime I probably do a hair video. I will mention my Function of Beauty video just because I went in a lot of depth as to why I did what I did, why I changed my regimen. I love this stuff as a deep conditioner, I really did. But once I stopped using all those products that were rated so didn't have a lot of good ingredients in them, I have seen such a drastic difference in my hair. If you are somebody that is not conscious as to what you're really using in your products and you don't really care as much, you will love this stuff, and I will not be repurchasing this stuff. Also, it's very expensive. This little bottle is like $30 and I probably got 4 uses out of it. Smelling it just gives me flashbacks of when I first started doing my hair because this was an OG product of mine. This is not really an empty, this is just something I'm getting rid of. This is the original Beauty Blender. The reason I'm getting rid of this, and I actually need to go through, if you can see that big thing, that's my sponges. I use basically everything in there except for a couple. I have not reached for this specific sponge in probably over a year just because I believe there are certain things that the drugstore does very well and there are certain things that high-end does very well. I believe that there are some things that you can get in the drugstore that are, number one, better and cheaper than what high-end can do. And I just believe, and I know a lot of people still love beauty blenders, I absolutely love Real Technique sponges. I love e.l.f. sponges. e.l.f. sponges are so good. I can get 5 of the e.l.f. sponges that I love for the price of one of these. We will be parting ways and I will not be repurchasing. Next, I have these Nature's Bounty Anxiety and Stress Relief. These are just an herbal pill. No, I'm not depressed. Nothing like that. I do not have any drastic emotional distress. I just wanted to see, because I will not lie, this past month has been very stressful. I've been very overwhelmed is a good word to say. I tried these and I wanted to see if I really felt a difference, if I saw a difference in myself and any changes. I really didn't see anything much. I didn't feel any different. The reason I am reviewing this is because you're supposed to be on a supplement for I think 3 months before you can determine if it's doing anything for you or not. I probably will not be repurchasing these just because I kind of felt like if I did feel any different, I feel like it was all in my head. We have a toothpaste. This is just the Colgate Max Brush. I've been using this toothpaste for 4 years. I always buy it in a double pack. The only other toothpaste that I really like over this one is the same brand that I do my whitening strips. I will be repurchasing this unless I find something that I like better, which I have not besides that one. I only use that one when I am doing a session of whitening strips, which is not very often, probably once or twice a year, but other than that, this is my main toothpaste. Last thing for body care is this new Dove Dry Spray, and this is in the scent Powder Soft. I actually really like this. I will say you have to be careful because I'm pretty sure that depending on the scent, it will affect how it works, because I'm using another one of these right now and I hate it. In this quarantine, I should have started using a natural deodorant. I really want to stop using aluminum based deodorants just because they're really not good for your health. If you are someone that's darker and you've noticed that your underarms are a little bit darker than the rest of your body, it can heavily be contributed to the fact that you use an aluminum based deodorant. It's super easy, it's super convenient. It kind of feels good because it's pretty cold, so you get like a cold shot under your arm. I have 3 different skincare products. This first one is just the Lash Clean Lash. These are my cleansing pads for my eyelash extensions. I've talked about these in my skincare routine. They are just oil-based pads. They're super oily. If you are somebody that has eyelash extensions and you just so happen to get Lash, because depending on the brand of your eyelash extensions will determine which type of cleaner you need to use. If you're using a foam cleanser, if you're using a oil-based cleanser, it all just depends. But if you just so happen to be using these, they come with 50 pads. Cut them into 4s, because even my lash lady told me these pads are so huge and they are so saturated with the product that you don't need to use a full one every time, because you're supposed to use these every 3 days and it will save you 4 times the amount of money. Next is the Clinique Take the Day Off Cleansing Balm. You guys know, if you have been with me for a while, I absolutely love this stuff, but I have found something that I like just a little bit better. It's just the Clinique Take the Day Off Cleansing Oil. I just feel like the oil is a little bit more convenient. It is very thick on the face. When you kind of break it up, it comes in a balm, so when you take the product, you warm it up in your hands, it turns into sort of an oil cream, and then you can go ahead and work it in. I just feel like it's a little bit messy. It's white, so I always had a little bit of brown in the middle of it because I had to dip my fingers into it. And I feel like the cleansing oil is going to last me just a little bit longer because I only have to use 2 pumps for my whole face. I never thought the day would come that I had something that I like more than this. Next is the Neutrogena Hydro Boost Water Gel with hyaluronic acid. This is the moisturizer that I used when I ran out of the Clinique Dramatically Different Moisturizing Gel. I ran out of my Clinique at the beginning of quarantine, and I have used this same little thing 6 months. I easily 100% would say that this is a dupe for the Clinique moisturizing gel. You literally, guys, don't even need, I dip my finger in, I would put my finger in like this, put it all over my face, and I'd be done. This stuff is so moisturizing. It does not leave your face feeling like it has a film on it. It's very breathable. I would absolutely 100% repurchase this. If you can see the bottle, I don't know if you'll be able to see. It's very cracked from all the times that I've dropped it and stuff, but it held its ground. Last hair product I have is this Shea Moisture 100% pure Jamaican black castor oil. I absolutely love this stuff. If you have textured hair and you have never used Jamaican black castor oil, I will say be careful because it is very thick. It was so hard to pump this stuff out, but it is so moisturizing and good for your hair. These oils can actually be used, they're called head to toe. I wouldn't recommend using it on your body. It just depends. If you like the scent of it, go ahead, but it has a very strong, I don't want to say fishy, but it does not smell the best at all, but it is really good for your hair. You really can't smell it, especially because I put other products in my hair. I really can't even smell the Jamaican black castor oil anymore. I have a lot of oils right now that I'm trying to go through, but I would 100% repurchase this. In this Empties, we only have one makeup product, which is really shocking because I've actually been wearing makeup every day. And when I did my last Empties, I was barely ever wearing makeup because we were in quarantine. This is the Maybelline Super Stay Full Coverage Powder Foundation in the color Coconut 355. It is completely gone, y'all. I absolutely love this stuff. I like this powder foundation more than most of my high-end powder foundations. I have a lot of powder foundations to go through, just pressed powders. So once I get through some of them, I will definitely repurchase this. I'm not gonna go to the store and repurchase this right now like I would with the Neutrogena pads or something else like that. All right, guys, so that is it for August Empties of products I would repurchase, products I would not repurchase. If you guys liked seeing these videos, please give it a thumbs up. I think you guys really liked it last time. That's one of my videos that has a little bit more views than any of the other ones. Let me know if you guys are interested in trying any of the stuff that I did like. As always, I will leave everything down in the description box. I don't think I say that enough. In any makeup video I do, anything, I will always leave any of the videos mentioned down in the description box, playlists, products, anything like that, unless I run out of room. If you guys would like to continue to see this series, please make sure to give this video a thumbs up. That way I know you enjoy it. If you love me and my videos, please make sure you subscribe. I would love to have you here. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.